What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome back to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and today's topic is Houssam Aouar, the Lyon midfielder who is only 21 years old, but he's a hugely talented midfielder, and according to David Maddock, who is a very respectable journalist in England, Liverpool are looking at signing him because they are looking at players who are not in that top bracket in terms of the transfer fees. They are not looking at Kai Havertz right now, who would cost 90 to 100 million. Aouar could cost between 40 and 50 million pounds. And also the terms that Liverpool are looking at that may require to pursue the deal this summer is very interesting, so I will reveal that to you guys in a second. If you enjoy these transfer news updates, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you never miss the latest Liverpool and football news updates. And the Premier League is back later today, so expect some Premier League analysis videos coming later today. David Maddock said this: Aouar is a really good example of Liverpool's transfer strategy. Liverpool have tracked him. According to David Maddock, there is absolutely no doubt, since even before he got into the Lyon first team. And Aouar got into the Lyon first team in 2016-17 season, where he only played 5 games, but since then he played 44 games, next season 47 games, the season after that, which was last season, and 37 games this season, and he scored 9 goals this season already in all competitions, but he also scored 7 goals the previous season and 7 goals the season before that. So already he is a very well established, very talented midfielder playing in France. 24 goals in 133 appearances. For a 21-year-old, those are quite good numbers, I think. And David Maddock also said this about Aouar: Liverpool were aware of Aouar when he was involved in youth level tournaments. That's when it caught the eye of Liverpool scouts. I think they will continue to track him because they will see his development. It's unlikely that he will leave Lyon this summer. I think Lyon would have sold him this summer under normal circumstances, but the market has dropped for everybody. So Lyon can't afford to buy players anymore unless they sell players, but they can't sell because the players are potentially not worth as much in this current market as they were a few months ago. I've just seen stuff linking Memphis Depay to clubs like Everton and Dortmund, or another relatively large-ish European club, and they were linking him for 30 million pounds. And this is Memphis Depay we are talking about, who has a year left on his contract. He also has an ACL injury that he is currently recovering from. So who in their right mind is going to spend 30 million pounds on a player who only has a year left on his contract, and he also has an ACL injury which could rule him out for half of that year that his contract is up? There is no way Lyon are getting 30 million pounds for Depay. They would want around 50 million pounds for Aouar, but they are not going to get that now. So what do? Maybe next summer the market will be back, the fans will be back, maybe the virus will have a vaccine, everything's back to normal, and you can suddenly ask for the pre-virus prices again. It's a real dilemma for Lyon. And also you have to take into account that French League was suspended and cancelled, and Lyon finished outside European places, so they won't have Europa League football even next season, never mind Champions League football, and that's a big blow for Lyon and their financial situation as well. If Jean-Michel Aulas, the Lyon president, says, I've got no option but to sell Aouar, and if it means selling him for 20-30 million, then we will sell him for 20-30 million. Then I think clubs like Liverpool will go. Even that's a risk when we don't know what the future is, but it's not a big risk. He's young enough, because he's only 21, so that they could sell him on and make a profit, Liverpool. I would be reluctant to say Liverpool will not make any signings in this current market, because you never know. It could be that some players become available at knockdown prices because their clubs are in such financial trouble, and I think Lyon could well be in financial trouble, but at the moment they are obviously going to try and get as much money as possible from player sales. So Houssam Aouar is clearly available at a knockdown price, and I think Liverpool should pursue this deal, because next season, if Liverpool don't pursue this deal, Aouar could be worth 20 million pounds more to Lyon in a normal transfer market than in the current transfer market. And if you can get Aouar, who is a 50 million pound player at least, for 20 to 30 million pounds, I think that's a fantastic, terrific deal. As I said, Aouar is a very good box-to-box midfielder. He's a goal scorer. He scored 9 goals already this season. He scored 7 last season, 7 the previous season. And he's very versatile. He can play anywhere in midfield. And he has been praised for his excellent technical ability. And he's also very calm and composed with the ball at his feet. And he's only 21 years old, so he's only going to get better, and I think that would be a terrific price for a midfielder who can score goals, who can get assists, who is creative, and whose potential could possibly be, he could become an 80 to maybe even 100 million pound midfielder in the future. So for Liverpool to get him for 20-30 million pounds would be a bargain, even in this current uncertain financial market and financial situation that Liverpool are in. And David Maddock also said this: recruitment doesn't actually stop at Liverpool right now, and in many ways the analysis and the tracking that Liverpool do of players will expand now, because it's even more important to do your homework in this current climate. You need to find players that are below that premium price bracket, like Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, who actually cost a lot of money at the time, but they have ended up being absolute bargains. I mean, Salah and Mane, at the peak of their careers, they are worth 150 million pounds, and they cost Liverpool like 35 million, and that is a bargain. So Liverpool are looking even more now at players to sign, and they will step it up even more, the analysis, the scouting, the transfer analysis of players, because they don't know what the future holds. It's so vital not to spend massive amounts of money on signings, and Aouar is a really good example. And Dave Maddock continued, Liverpool have absolutely no doubt scouted Aouar for years now. Since he broke into the Liverpool first team, Liverpool are looking at this guy. We have been sending scouts to Lyon games, and especially in the French League and in the Champions League as well, Liverpool have watched Aouar quite extensively. But there is also an argument that if Lyon want to sign some players, they might move on players who don't have a big future at their football club. Memphis Depay could be one player, but at the moment he's out injured, and I think Lyon was really unlucky with that, because Depay only has 1 year left on his contract. It's pretty clear that he wants to leave Lyon, and now that he's injured for another like 6 months, how can they sell him and get a decent amount of money for him? I just can't see it. And Aouar at 21, you can argue that Lyon, why would they sell him right now when he would be worth 50-60 million pounds next summer? But then how do they generate the funds needed to strengthen their team? That's the big problem. And Lyon are in a pretty bad position, because just 1 week before the French league was suspended, Lyon were in a Europa League position. I think they were in like 5th or 6th place. But then they lost a game or a drew. Some teams have overtaken Lyon. Then France suspended the Football League, and then they ended the football season, saying that the games will not be returning. The football season is ended, and Lyon are out of European football for the first time since like the 90s, which is a big blow. And Lyon have actually threatened the legal action against the France Football Federation, and also President Jean-Michel Aulas is still optimistic that the French league can somehow be restarted. And the French league are made to be a little bit of a fool out of themselves, because now, as you can see, England, Spain, Germany are all starting their football leagues again, and Lyon, and it looks like the French league just can't play any more games. And I also wonder what that will do to Paris Saint-Germain and Lyon, who still are in the Champions League. I mean, Lyon beat Juventus 1-0 in the first leg. How will they play Champions League football in August when Juventus and other teams will play probably 1.5, 2 months of football until that point, and Lyon and Paris Saint-Germain will have just no football at all on, because the French league is not happening and it's not continuing, how will they be able to cope with the Champions League? I mean, that's a very unfair disadvantage on the French clubs, but that's what the French government decided. And according to L'Equipe, which is a French newspaper, the Lyon president had to accept that he has to lose some star players if they want to maintain the level at Lyon, if they want to challenge for the Champions League or the Europa League places in the French league. They have to sell some players. So let me know, guys, do you think Aouar would be a good signing for Liverpool? Do you think Liverpool should pursue this deal for 20-30 million and make use of this situation, this unique situation that Lyon have to sell some players? Or should we wait until maybe next summer to get Aouar in? Let me know. And also, Pep Guardiola had a big moan in a recent interview saying that Manchester City are not ready to restart the Premier League, and Guardiola sounded less than enthusiastic about the Premier League restart, and no wonder, because Manchester City are 25 points behind Liverpool, and I just can feel the disappointment, the salt in Guardiola's words. This is what he said. If you ask me how my team, Manchester City, is, I don't know. Tomorrow we will see the level. He said that yesterday, obviously. From there we are going to see and suggest what we can do better. Guardiola said that the big worry for him, since teams were allowed to train again, was the lack of preparation they were afforded before the Premier League games actually resumed. So the Premier League teams probably had like 3 to 4 weeks, and in Germany and Spain they worked for 5 to 6 weeks. All Premier League teams have 3 weeks, Guardiola said. Of course we know it is not enough, but it is what it is. We are ready to play one game, and 3 days after that another, and 4 days after that another. We are not ready. This is Pep Guardiola we are talking about, who spent an absolute fortune on his team, and he's saying Manchester City are not ready for the Premier League resumption. You should say Man City physically would need more time to get ready to be in top condition, but to say the team is just not ready, I mean, what does that mean? He should be more specific. Otherwise he leaves himself open to criticism. And yes, here I'm criticizing Pep Guardiola. How can you say Man City are not ready when all the other teams are ready to resume the Premier League season? And Guardiola also said that's why you have to rotate. But we have to start, we have to finish the season because the damage economically can be reduced. And Guardiola also said that he was very excited to see Mikel Arteta, his former assistant manager, who is now the manager of Arsenal, who is one of the nicest people I've ever met, Guardiola said of Arteta, and an incredibly important part of our success. And this is what he said: we sent a message 1 hour and a half ago. I can't tell you what that message said. It's about the wine we are going to drink after the game, if social distancing allows us to drink. And Guardiola also said, at the end, the Premier League, like in Spain and Germany, like other countries, decided that we have to play, so we are going to play. We are going to adapt as quick as possible. So Guardiola sounds less than enthusiastic about that, resuming the Premier League season. So what do you make about that? What do you make of that? And also big news, Swansea City are finalizing a deal to extend the loan deal of Ryan Brewster from Liverpool until the end of the Championship season. It would make Brewster available for Swansea City's remaining 9 games in the Championship. They are set to resume on June the 20th, so this weekend. And Swansea have secured already extensions for Newcastle loanee Freddie Woodman, their first-choice goalkeeper, or Watford defender Ben Wilmot. But Swansea, of course, want to do well, and Brewster wants to play still for Swansea because he's a regular starter there. And he already has 4 goals in just 11 appearances for Swansea City, which is a pretty good return, and it gives a valuable first-team experience for Ryan Brewster. Yes, it's not the Premier League, it's the Championship, but that's still a pretty decent level. And Ryan Brewster, at this point in his career, he's only 20 years old. He needs to play, he needs to score goals, and he needs to just work on his football, getting as much football experience as possible at this age. And also there are some updates about the Premier League season that I wanted to share with you guys. For example, the first 12 matches of the restarted campaign, we'll see players have their names replaced by Black Lives Matter on the back of their shirts, which is a brilliant gesture. They will also sport the Black Lives Matter logo and the badge thanking the NHS for the rest of 2019-2020. So I salute that decision. That's brilliant. Teams can now make 5 substitutions instead of 3 in all matches until the end of this season. However, teams will only have 3 opportunities to make changes throughout to minimize disruption to the game. So yeah, because of time wasting, it's good that we don't allow 5 times to stop the game for substitutions, and all clubs are permitted to name 9 substitutes for the remainder of the season. There will be a drinks break, lasting no more than 1 minute, taken midway through each half. You could see that already in Spain, in Germany, and in other leagues as well. And also Sky Sports, BT Sport, BBC Sport, and Amazon Prime will all broadcast and stream Premier League games, and half of the Premier League games are actually free to air in the United Kingdom, which is brilliant news for you guys. And also Liverpool play Everton on a Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time. Then we play Crystal Palace just 3 days after, June 24th. I think that's Wednesday. And then Man City Liverpool on July the 2nd. And after that, Liverpool against Aston Villa, and Brighton and Hove Albion against Liverpool. Those dates are not confirmed yet when Liverpool will play. And Liverpool can break a number of records, and the most important, I think, is the Premier League title, of course. That's almost sealed. We only need 2 wins to confirm the Premier League title. But also, Liverpool can break the 100 points record, which was set by Manchester City 2 years ago. Liverpool can break the record by winning the league by the biggest points margin, which is also a pretty significant record that Man City set. And I'm just really excited about the whole Premier League resumption. And Pedro Chirivella, who left Liverpool for Nantes, left a pretty heartfelt, pretty awesome message for Liverpool fans, and I just want to read that to you guys just before we end this video, just to pay tribute to Pedro Chirivella, who has been a model professional at Liverpool and a very good servant of the club. This is what he said: 7 years ago I arrived to Liverpool being just a kid. I've been more than a half a decade learning from the best, taking in values and morals that will always be rife in my day-to-day. There comes a time to say goodbye, and I have no other feelings but gratefulness and a sense of honor to have been able to belong to such a special club, Liverpool. Without a doubt, I feel privileged to have had the opportunity of living unexplainable matters, such as playing in the world's best stadium or feeling all the support from the most astounding fans on earth. I'm also very grateful to each of the huge professionals I've encountered throughout my period at Liverpool and who helped me become a better version of myself, specifically Neil Critchley and Alex Inglethorpe from the academy, Pep Yinders, Jurgen Klopp, Brendan Rodgers from Melwood, and who gave me the opportunity to make my debut in such a special club like Liverpool. Thank you deeply and wish you all the best. Oh man, that's just a brilliant message by Pedro Chirivella, and that's the perfect way to end this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Goodbye.